So Anthony Graham is another pretentious, woke YouTube analyzer guy. And look, man, I really hate, saying the word woke unironically, but it is true. Plus, I don't even really like a lot of anti-woke YouTubers. Like, I'm not a fan of Synthetic Man. I'm not a fan of the quartering, especially the quartering. But man, Anthony, people like you make it very hard for people like me to go over to your side. Because the problem with people like you is that you guys just make up a bunch of nonsense and force in politics when it's not even there. Just like the anti-woke crowd at times. Like, these people have the narrative that everything needs to be gay. Attractive women in video games and other media are bad. And before I start focusing on Anthony's weird Ranma video, let's look at his other stuff. Did Channel Awesome ruin media literacy? The answer is no, and I don't even have to watch your boring-ass video to even know that. Outside of the Nostalgia Critic, Channel Awesome was really not that popular or mainstream. In fact, during the time when I was in high school, when, Channel Awesome was popular, most people, if not all of them, didn't even know who the Nostalgia Critic was outside of me. The amount of people that actually know about or watch Channel Awesome stuff is actually quite low. So no, they didn't really have an overall big impact on media literacy. Alright, so let's see, Defendant Neuralities, who I remember being another trans weirdo YouTuber who complained about anime being too over-sexualized, but then it turned out that Neuralities was a big fan of Shota art. And if you don't know what Shota is, that's great. Forced diversity doesn't exist. I love it when white people say this, and plus I'm a black person, by the way, but it does in fact exist. Unnecessary politics to pander to a specific minority of people is becoming a lot more apparent nowadays in media. Like, did we really need to see a BLM sign in Spider-Man? Like, I don't play a superhero game to see real-life political stuff. It's not even really fair because a lot of these, forced in political moments don't even really go to the conservatives. Like, where's their representation? Is being a conservative automatically bad? The time localizers improved an anime dub. If you're referring to Dragon Maid, that's not really the case at all. In fact, the dub kind of made things worse. Sub all the way. YouTube critics are lying to you. Well, Anthony is a YouTube critic himself, so I guess this video is just projection. And that's really all about it. Anthony Graham just makes a living off of YouTube saying the most ridiculous, out-of-pocket, dumb, left-leaning stuff ever. Like, I 100% guarantee that someone's going to release a video that's better edited, better spoken than this one, analyzing a lot of Anthony Graham's flaws and lies and whatnot and misinformative information in his videos. However, I feel like I have to make this video because leaving a mean YouTube comment just isn't enough. Ranma makes you bi and trans. No, it doesn't. And why is this 40 minutes long? It's not that, deep of a show. For those who haven't seen it, Ranma is a classic 1980s and 1990s anime that was really popular for its time. It focuses on a girl who's into martial arts, and she meets a boy who's also into martial arts named Ranma. The thing about Ranma, though, is that whenever he touches water, he automatically turns into a girl. And that's basically the gist of the show. It's mostly a comedy, makes a slice of life of martial arts. Really not that big of a deal. And fun fact, it was made by the same person that created Inuyasha. So then Anthony makes this really ridiculous video where he's trying to insert his leftist ideologies onto a show that wasn't even made in America or made by an American. Ranma is automatically LGBT because he has a magic spell curse that turns him into a girl. I'm not really sure that's how, being trans works, especially since Ranma himself never identifies as a transgender person. In fact, Ranma is quite the pervert. Ranma is, in fact, heterosexual. Ironically, in Anthony's failed attempt to, come off as all progressive and whatnot, he kind of comes off as a bigot, in my opinion, because he's basically being bigoted towards heterosexual characters. Anthony, you realize that just because you say something it has LGBT in it doesn't automatically mean that it is. And you want to accuse other people of being media illiterate to avoid criticism of your lame content like Channel Awesome or The Critical Drinker when you yourself are even more media illiterate. I think you're just projecting, buddy. Oh man, that felt so good to get off my chest. Anyway, don't subscribe to this channel. Go play the Yakuza games, please.